My computer. Thank
It was
you.
it was thinking about it. It had a moment.
Oh yeah.
It maybe it's sensing the brain power here, right?
there isn't much here at this neck of the
Right.
woods today.
Yeah. So maybe it was sensing that.
Maybe I don't
Right.
know. I wanted to see something. While you do that, I want to check in something out.
Okay. Hello, everyone. My name is Amy. I'm here from Journals and More, created by Crack Amy, and Tara. I'm with Tara from Snips Happen, and we actually were brainstorming a little bit yesterday. And hi, Tanya. Welcome. And we decided that maybe we're going to go over some of our favorite glues and tools and our must-haves for our own selves. And we actually discovered some things that I have that she doesn't have, and she has that I don't have. But also, we have a lot of the same. So, and gosh, I think we brainstormed for maybe an hour or so after the live yesterday, and decided that we wanted to go over some of the stuff with everybody. And this is going to be hopefully a great rewatch too as well. And um, we're gonna we Tara was made a great glue guide actually, which is really helpful. And this glue guide is all glues that we own together collectively. So hi, Carol, welcome.
Hello,
We
hello.
Yep, we're going to be working after we do this favorite glues and tools. We're going to work on our bicentennial journals that we're going to work on, which is not for any of our design teams. That is going to be for our own selves.
It's going to be a completely different live. I didn't mean to interrupt you.
Oh yeah. It's after this. So just so everybody knows, we're doing this first, and then we'll go on to a different. We're going to have another live afterwards to work on a bicentennial journal. Um, but yeah, so Tara, where do we want to start?
You can start.
Okay. I'll start with um let's do let's do our let's how about if we start at the very top left and we'll work our way down.
You know what glue I forgot on there? It was Uhu glue.
Oh yeah, I got the Uhu right here. So we'll go over that with the staples and the other glue sticks.
Okay.
All right. So we have art glitter glue as our first one up. So Tara and I both own art glitter glue, and probably the rest of the crafting world. And this is by far my go-to glue for pretty much everything. So with art glitter glue, the reason why I love it is because it's acid-free, it's permanent, it's water-based, it's non-toxic, and also too, it does glue fabric, paper, and it works great on other mediums. Like I even glue down like stickers, vellum, geez, metal. I even glue metal with this, to be honest. And so far I've never had a problem with it. And it is on the more expensive side. And I know right now Miss Edith in scrapbookingwithme.com, she's actually selling a bundle, which is really cool because it has the 8-ounce bottle, which I have the 8-ounce bottle as well. And it's also coming with a new 2-ounce soft squeeze bottle, and it's coming with a container of pins. And I know she's running a deal on that right now. So it comes with the container of pins, and this is an actual 2-ounce bottle right here. And I pour into this constantly. So I love this glue. It is my go-to favorite glue by all standards. So how about you, Tara? Art glitter glue, your favorite?
Yes, the only con I have about the art glitter glue is that in the region that I live in, I have to stock up when it's spring, summer, fall, because once it hits 32 degrees, it's a no bueno for the mailman. It tells me, wrong answer.
Same. I live in the East Coast as well. Tara, thanks for bringing that up. That was a valid point because you and I can't get art glitter glue in the winter.
Yeah, so it tells me, wrong answer.
Yep. So we kind of like be gentle with this during the winter when we're starting to get low.
I pour mine in this bottle. You'll see me use this bottle from time. You'll see me use this all the time. I have a glue pin in it that has some turtles on it and some paw prints. Actually has my birthstone and my husband's birthstone in a paw print. And I love putting this pin in here, but I have a tendency of bending my pins. So I have to change it all the time. But yes, this is my art glitter glue bottle. And I go through art glitter glue like it's no man's land.
Oh yeah, it is the go-to. I actually have a brand new 2 ounce that I'm saving for when I travel. But I just bought an 8 ounce refillable. And also too, you can get this on scrapbookingwithme.com and use our pinned codes, because you can get 20% off with our codes. But also
You're not supposed to let the secret out. HR didn't tell us we could let that secret out yet.
Well, HR. Sorry, HR, don't punish me. But I will be transparent about this. You can also get it on Amazon. So it depends on what the shipping cost is. Is it worth me to get it on scrapbookingwithme.com, or is it worth me to get it on Amazon for free shipping? So that's really up to you. But I have gotten it from Missy. I just got a bottle from her, and I did use my code, and I got 20% off, and it was worth it. So
speaking of the getting the glue from her, there is a tomorrow, mark your use your sticky note, use your sticky notes, use your alarm clock, use your dog
we'll be on live at that time.
Use whatever you got to do. But there is another May Minute Madness between 3 p.m. CST and 4 p.m. CST. We do not know what the item is. We do not know any of the details. We just know show up or show out, because that's the only way you're going to know what the item is. And you can use our link. Our discount does not apply because you cannot stack it, but you can use our link to give us credit if you want to purchase that item. But I'm sure when we're on live, hello. When we are on live tomorrow, we will give a shout out to whatever the May Minute Madness is, to let you know what the item is, so you can, use your little shoes and run on over there and grab whatever.
And I believe it's half off, whatever it is.
Yeah. She won't even tell us what it is. She's holding it under her hat.
Yeah, so we don't know either. We just know it's 50% off.
Yeah.
Denise, welcome. How are you doing? I haven't talked to you in a while. Hi, Zalpal. Yeah, so again, art glitter glue, our number one go-to, no matter what. Love it. Can't live without it. Gotta have it. All right, second one, Barely Art Glue. Do you want to start on that one?
Barely Arts. All right, I got a Barely Arts. Barely Arts, I haven't even opened the bottle yet.
Do you remember what you just said about the bent pin?
Yeah. Hello, Val.
My pin is very bent.
The Barely Arts, I have a love-hate relationship with this. This is still out to lunch with the jury. I put it in punishment a lot because I have these little bottles from Miss E that came with the retreat, and it came with the E's Mystery Montage. And I prefer my art glitter glue over this because this gives you a little bit more wiggle room. This gives you a little bit of doing, whatever. This glue's better to vellum than this glue's to vellum. There's this, that, and the other, but this is still what I grab for. Why? Because this is convenient. This is a pain in the butt. This clogs up. This doesn't clog up like this does. I have it. I use it when I don't have this. This sits on my shelf, but I grab for this. You see, this is in a bottle. This has a pin. This still has the cover. You see it here, right? The 1 + 1 = 3. That sounds right to me, right?
Hi, Cookie. One thing I'll add to that is this does not tack down fabric. Art glitter glue does. This does not. I have tried over and over again, and it does not. It does not tack down fabric. I'm with Tara on this. It's a love-hate relationship. I've had the same bottle for a while. I do love it for vellum as well, like Tara said, because you can't see it. It doesn't crinkle it. So when you glue down vellum, it does crinkle. Well, this one does not. This is a great vellum product, but I also too have a love-hate with it.
The
And
best part about this is that if you run out of this in the wintertime, this will ship to my area. So
does ship.
this will get me out of a pickle when I'm in a pickle.
This is definitely a good pickle glue. And my pin is very bent because it does clog and it annoys the crap out of me. I'm not a, I love it. I love it and hate it both. So I'm with Tara on that one. Oh, Fabri-Tac. Oh, Fabri-Tac. Here's my Fabri-Tac. So I pour this bottle into my soft squeeze bottle, my Sugar Bell bottle, just because I can't squeeze this one that well. And but I know that people don't overly love Fabri-Tac for the smell of it, but I love Fabri-Tac. I love it and I swear by it, and it does hold fabric the best. And I've also used it on metal. And I also, at times, will even use it to glue down paper because if you spread it out thin enough, it doesn't always crinkle the paper up. But I definitely believe in Fabri-Tac, and I do love it. Tara?
Fabri-Tac was the glue that I started with. Before I learned about art glitter glue and all these other fancy glues, the very first glue that I bought when I started journaling, making journals, was Fabri-Tac. I went through Fabri-Tac like I went through milk in my refrigerator. I had bottles upon bottles of Fabri-Tac, and my husband looked at me and he said, "Woman, if I gotta buy you one more bottle of Fabri-Tac," he says, "you need to go get yourself a job."
Oh, gosh.
He says, "Find yourself something." He said, "Find yourself another glue to use." So I started experimenting, and then I found me the art glitter glue, and then I started using art glitter glue. I will still reach for this.
Yep.
When I reach for my art glitter glue. If somebody was to take all of my glues away, they could take away everything, but they best leave me these, because if they take these away from me, it's on. It's on like dogs.
These two are by far the staple.
These are like salt and pepper. You can't take them away.
Yes, please never take these glues. One other fun fact about this: if you're sometimes Fabri-Tac will like get thick, you can add alcohol to this a little bit and stir it up, and it actually thins it out just a little bit, and it does not take away from the effect of it. It still works just fine.
I've never had to add alcohol or acetone to mine, but I have heard that.
Yep, you can add acetone, you can add alcohol. I keep a little bottle of acetone, actually, not alcohol, but you could do either one. But I use acetone, Tara. Thanks for saying that, because I do keep a little bottle of acetone, 100% pure acetone.
Not the kind that removes fingernails or nail polish remover.
Not the fingernail stuff at the store. You actually have to buy 100% acetone. It cannot be fingernail removal polish acetone.
Also, I cannot confirm or deny this, but do not spill it on these mats, because it will remove the numbers and the stuff on your mats. I can't confirm or deny that. I do not know that.
No, it does eat it. Yeah, 100% acetone has to be gently added. Don't but it really does make it last longer, the Fabri-Tac, and it doesn't take away the effect of it. It works really well, and I like it. PVA glue. Tara, you want to start, or did you want me to? You go ahead.
You use Fabri-Tac glue. Zal, yes. I actually, when I use my Fabri-Tac, I will use these two little nifty tools. I will get to your PVA. I'm not interrupting you.
No, that's okay. Go ahead. Yeah.
Answering the comment.
Oh, please do.
When I use my Fabri-Tac, I will use these two items. If you don't have these two items, there is, you know how you get the mail things in thing, like, you can sign up for this credit card, and it has like this like flimsy little card in there. You can take one of those, or even if you have something like this, I have these washi cutters from back in the day when I was a planner. I will take this and I will smooth out the glue on my cover or my paper or whatever I'm using, so that it doesn't have the big chunks of glue on it.
Yeah, but if you also go dollar store.
And yeah, or when you watch me when I'm crafting and I'm using the Fabri-Tac, sometimes you'll see me take it and I'll squeeze it out and then I'll spin it like an ice cream thing. If I'm putting like a daub of something, and I'll spin it around. That's how I like to use it, but people use it in very different ways.
Zalpal, old gift cards work. Look, I have my old hotel card. I use this to spread it too.
Yeah, and then when you're done, you just take a wipey
PJs.
and wipe the edge of it, and it'll come
Yep.
right off. And if you happen to forget to wipe it and it dries, just take like I know you have a pokey tool. Just take
Yeah,
the
it'll
tip of the
peel off.
pokey tool and it'll poke the end of it and it'll peel right off like rubber.
Yeah, it peels right off. And I buy this at the dollar store.
Yeah, I got these. I think this one came from the Moo, and this one here came from an Ease Mystery Montage.
Yep, and a lot of times you'll get them inside of like different glues and other things. I just use old like Zal said, gift cards work great. I use the old hotel key cards. I don't throw all of those old cards away because Tara made a good point. They're great for scraping and spreading. And they actually bond paper really well together when you do that. And also for covers. It works good for covers that way. PVA.
I'm not the professional in the PVA. I just dabble in the PVA.
Okay, so I use the Lineco brand, and I learned this actually from Pam at Silver Sparkles. This actually is very affordable. I ended up getting 2 bottles, and they go on sale on Amazon all the time, on the Zon. They go on sale all the time. I got both of these bottles for like $12, and they're huge. It's a book binding glue is what it is. And it is great. It does everything art glitter glue does, everything except for it's got more open time. So the open time on it gives you a lot more wiggle room. And that's why I tend to use it a little bit more than Tara does. So I put it in these little bottles. And I tend to use the Lineco PVA quite a bit. I've already went through one of these bottles since last year. But and I also try to use this so that I don't run out of my favorite. So yeah, so PVA glue is great. It's a professional archival glue, this Lineco glue. So I actually really like this a lot. And this actually works great to glue paper together as well. So I'm a big fan of Lineco PVA glue. You never tried it? Oh yeah, Denise. Pam has a link to this, and I believe like if you can get it through her Zon link. And that's how I started like it, because she'll tell you when it's on sale sometimes. Denise is on Pam's design team. So yeah, so PVA is great. I love it. You go with the next one because I have not used this rice paper glue.
I stumbled upon rice paper glue with Miss E. It's made by Stamperia. It's mixed media art rice paper glue. This one says it's a thick and it's a matte. I've only used this once, and it when it says it's thick, it's thick. It kind of reminds me of a collage medium.
And I was spread. I'm just curious, like, because I haven't used it. How do you spread it?
I watched Miss E use one of these little nifty things here, and I've watched her use a paintbrush. The last video I watched her use, she used a paintbrush and she spread material with it. But the only thing she said with it when she spreaded material with it is that you have to let it dry. Patience is not my forte. So this here is yeah. Like the Barely Arts glue, this goes in a bucket and the jury's still out.
I want to try it on napkins.
I tried it on napkins and I did it on camera, which was probably a no-go for me. But
okay.
I'm not saying that I won't try it again because I probably will. It's just that I won't do it on camera because I have to do it in my own quiet space, maybe with a little bit of tunes and just try it out.
Can you use a heat gun on that to dry it quicker? Because I don't have patience either.
Miss E says yes, but the Brapper says no. So I would say
I feel like an experiment is coming out on for us.
I would say I'm gonna go with the directions and say no because I don't want to catch my house on fire.
Okay. And does it have toxicity to it? So like
no, it's non-toxic and all of that. Okay. But I'm just saying with safety first, I'm going to say no. I'm going to let it dry at its own space.
All right.
Its own pace.
Okay, that's cool. I want to try. I mean, I'm going to get it eventually. I don't own it yet, but I am interested in it. Distressed collage medium.
That I use it by Ranger. Again, this is
Is that kind of along the same lines as the other one, the rice paper glue?
No, this here is, as you can tell, I haven't used it in a while. It needs to be mixed up because you see all the fluid on top.
Yeah.
I got this because I am deathly allergic to Mod Podge.
Oh, okay. So it's along the lines of Mod Podge.
Yes.
Okay, because I own Mod Podge.
I cannot use Mod Podge. I'm
Okay.
deathly allergic to it. And it works the same way. You just put down like Mod Podge, you put whatever it is, and then you put it on top of it. It's a glue.
Oh, okay. Really?
Yes, it work. Mod Podge is not a glue. It's a glue, but it isn't a glue. If that makes sense.
Right. Yep. It does make sense because I've used Mod Podge for years.
Mod Podge glue like seals something.
Yep.
This you don't have to seal. If you put it on the bottom, you put whatever it is on the top, it's sealed. It's on there. But if you put something down and you put this on the top, it seals it.
And one of the things I noticed about Mod Podge, and I have Mod Podge. I use it very rarely because I don't love it. While we're here, we may as well talk about that because I noticed that over time, because I'm an old school Mod Podge user, I've noticed over time it yellows.
This does not.
Okay, that's what I wanted to know.
This does not. And no, I am not saying that this is better than Mod Podge because it's Ranger or anything like that.
Right.
I am just deathly allergic to Mod Podge.
Yeah, and I'm not anti Mod Podge at all. I own it. I love it. I actually went through a bottle of it not long ago, but I did notice that over time, it does yellow.
Because I know that some people are like, well, you're just saying that because it's right. No, yes, I do have Ranger products. Yes, I use Ranger products, and I also use other products. I just cannot. I will break out in hives and I will itch for days.
But also, too, if something's good, it's good, whether it's Ranger or not. If it's good, it's good.
I'm just saying, like. Yeah.
I mean,
I was just making that point.
I'd be interested in trying it.
I was just making that point.
Yeah, that's great. Yeah, because you're not sitting there saying, "Oh, you got to buy Ranger." We're just saying that that's an option. Access photo stick. I have a photo stick that I use, which is by Scotch.
I think it just didn't. It was supposed to say Scotch photo stick.
Yeah, that's okay. It's AI. I mean, what are you gonna do? So I use Scotch glue 2-way applicator. It's photo safe, and this is only when I'm actually using a real photo. And as you can see, it's still full because I don't often use real photos. A lot of times I'll make copies and use the photos. But this is actually a really good stick that I use for over time for scrapbooking. So I'm into I love photos. I love family photos and things like that. So I tend to keep this around, and it has 2 different ends. And that's what I also like about it because it has the pointed end, but it also has this applicator end, which I like. I like the applicator end. And again, it's great for putting down photos because it's acid free, it's photo safe, and I keep this around just to use for scrapbooking, particularly that. I don't use it for anything else really. So I have that. Tombo, Tombo's you. Hi, Sass.
This glue was an experiment.
I own that glue, by the way, and I will say straight up off the top, not a fan. Go ahead, Tara.
As you can see, there's not very much missing out of this glue. You want to know why there's not very much missing out of this glue? Because this goes in the bucket of wrong answer. Thanks, but no thanks. Tara tried it. Tara despises it. You love it. You do you, boo.
Oh, yeah, because there's a lot of junk journalers and crafters that love that glue. Tombow is a very wet glue. Very wet.
It has your little tiny nib on it. As you can see, you have your little tiny nib.
It crinkles, it wets.
And you have your fancy your brush here. It has.
If I'm being honest, I threw mine away.
You have I save it so my backup has a backup to its backup. Because you never know when you're in a situation and you need some glue.
That's her last backup, by the way.
And you never know when you might need a little bit of chapstick for somebody. So
yeah,
there you go.
Threw mine away. I can't stand it. It's. I tried it because I've seen a lot of junk journals and stuff use it. I will use it. And the glue stick too. It's okay. Yeah. And again, it's a personal choice. Like Tara said, you use it, do you? I mean, I don't love it. I actually don't like the wetness of it, and I just don't like how it sticks. It's just not. It just doesn't feel good to me. So personal choice.
That glue came from the FOMO days.
Yeah, same, Tara. Same. Elmer's glue. Do you want to talk about that? I don't have any myself right now.
I have some Elmer's glue, and I don't know where it is at the moment, but Elmer's glue is perfect. It is actually a cheap PVA glue. Elmer's glue can be watered down to make a Mod Podge.
Mm-hmm.
Elmer's glue can be glued for glue. Mm-hmm. Elmer's glue can be used to do anything, but Elmer's glue takes a long time to dry. So if you take Elmer's glue and set it next to your art glitter glue, do not expect miracles. If you take art glitter glue and set it next, or take Elmer's glue and set it next to your Fabri-Tac, do not expect miracles. But if you use Elmer's glue, I am not here to judge.
I actually used Elmer's glue recently to do napkins. What I did though, because be careful with Elmer's glue, like Tara said, it's a PVA, right? But it also yellows over time. So what I did is I put instant coffee in it, and I put it in a bowl with water and instant coffee, and I stirred it, and then I painted it onto napkins. It worked great.
But like I said, I'm not saying that if you use Elmer's glue that you're in the wrong and that you're less than, or you're any different than anybody else.
It's a alternative.
Because when you're just starting out and you're trying to get the feel for your glues, Elmer's glue works just as good as any other glue. But I'm not telling you that when you use Elmer's glue that it's the same as art glitter glue, and don't come back and yell at me and say I used Elmer's glue and it didn't dry like the art glitter glue, because it's a completely different formula.
Here we go. I'll show you what I did. Okay. I actually do. I found it. I didn't know I had it out here. Here's what I have. So I actually take this glue.
But that Elmer's glue right there, though, Amy, I'm going to interrupt you for a minute. That Elmer's glue is completely different from the Elmer's glue that you buy in the school bucket glue.
Yes, it is. And that's what I was going to talk about. And she's absolutely right. The Elmer's glue that she's talking about is the school glue. This is the glue all. This is a stronger bond of it. And I've actually used the school glue for napkins. It works great. This I wanted to try because it was on sale. So I was like, oh, I've never tried the multi-purpose extra strong formula. So I found it on a bargain. So I was like, let me grab it. And so what I did is then I'm going to take this packet. I buy these at the dollar store. And I'm going to put a packet of this in the coffee in it and with water, and I'm going to try it on napkins. But I do normally use Tara, the 99-cent Elmer's glue, because it is really inexpensive and it works great to put on napkins when you water it down and put coffee in it. So I forgot I bought this recently because I had it on a sale, and I used this paintbrush. So I had it all together, actually, funny enough. But yeah. Why not? It's an inexpensive option, and it also glues paper really well. It's been around forever. I use it as a kid.
Sassy, I'm not making fun of you because you use Elmer's glue. I'm just saying, Elmer's glue. I don't want anybody to expect miracles when they use Elmer's glue, and because
Yeah, and exactly, Zao Pao and Sassy and Carol. You take something so cheap and inexpensive. You put it in a bowl you're going to throw away, or a plate, or whatever you want to use. You throw some tea or coffee or something in it. You've got yourself like a great adhesive to put on, whatever you want, paper, napkins, whatever you want. And it works great. Why not? Why not? One of the things I also really quickly, Tara, because we did Mod Podge already. Fabric Fusion, by the way, y'all. No. Boo. Boo, boo, boo. I said, oh, it's on sale. Let me try it. Because I was, I'm on a budget. So I'm like, oh, it was a clearance sale, right? No. Nope. It sits on the shelf. Tara, it's the backup to the backup to the backup. So just a heads up. I don't love it.
I don't like it. My personal opinion. Don't come at me. Don't come at me with your swords or whatever you're going to come at me with. My personal opinion.
Yeah. Boo.
My personal opinion, I do not like anything that's made by Aleene's as for glue.
Okay, so let's talk about the tacky glue I have. So I like the tacky glue, but again, this is not my favorite. But you know what this is great for? This is great for covers. So what I do with this is, and also too, I keep this around for the kids when they come over and craft, because it's cheap and it's a great glue just to have sitting around. But what I do with this is I'll put it down on chipboard, and I spread it with one of the cards that I showed you. I have these cards. I spread it with that, and then I put my fabric down over this. And for covers, this works great. I love this for covers, and I love this for gluing down the fabric, because it does adhere fabric really well. And if there's a good sale going on this, I grab it. I learned this from my aunt. I actually grew up watching my aunt make photo albums when I was a kid, and she always had this on her table. So I had to have it just because it reminds me of her. But yeah, I love using this for covers. So that's just me. And Tara doesn't love it, and that's okay. And again, this is the point we're making here. We have some things that I love, she loves, we both love, and things that you all love. So it's just giving you different ideas, because this is a cheaper option, and it does glue wonderfully. It does. So that's that. Glue sticks. Tara, you have any glue sticks you want to talk about?
Missy has this glue stick, and me, again, don't come at me with your swords.
Nobody's going to dagger anybody. We're having a fun conversation.
I have a love-hate relationship with glue sticks.
Oh, Tara.
I will use them. I will use them. I will. But very rarely will you see me use a glue stick, even for master boards or anything like that. But I will say that this glue stick here that Miss E put in the retreat one that she has on her website, kind of is growing on me. I tried to yeah, it is. It's kind of growing on me. Okay. For the master boards and that.
Hi, Deb.
I will never see. Deb don't like glue sticks either. She's with me with the glue sticks. Like I did try the Uhu stick. I didn't care for it. I tried the Elmer glue sticks. I didn't care for it. The only time I really use a glue stick, and that is when I do my altered composition notebooks, when I glue the pages together. That's the only time I honestly will use a glue stick.
Okay, so now I'm the opposite.
Other than that, I will not use a glue stick because I have a love-hate relationship with glue stick. One, it's a texture thing. I will play with Fabri-Tac and art glitter glue, and I will get it on my hands, and I don't mind. But let me get glue stick on my hands, and I will freak out like there's no tomorrow. I don't know why, but I will.
Okay.
Explain that to me.
I don't like my hands sticky either.
And it's something about like when you're using glue stick and you're going from one page to the other and the glue gets on your hands and it's like, come on. Okay. Ew.
Okay, so I'm a big glue stick fan. I love glue sticks. I love glue sticks since I was a kid. I love them. So I have a couple of different kinds I use.
But then again, you eat candy corn, so that explains the glue stick.
True story, but I don't eat glue stick, but I love candy corn. I still stick into my candy corn because I do love it. And I love the one with the chocolate on it, but that's a whole nother animal. Hence why I'm diabetic. So Staples washable, right? So this is a really inexpensive glue. This is non-toxic, acid-free, and applies clear. This is enormous, and I get this at a great rate. But here's the thing. This is not permanent. I do not use this for anything permanent. What I do is I use this to tack things down before I sew it. So if I'm sewing, I will use this glue stick if I'm sewing. If I'm not sewing, I will not use this glue stick. Now, that's a cheap option. Now, this Uhu, yes, 100% love Uhu. I use the blue formula. I use this formula. I wait till they go on sale. I get them by the cases. I use this to back tags. I use the glue stick for any time I'm adhering paper to paper for the most part. I do get lazy sometimes and just go for the quick art, but yeah, I go through a lot of glue stick, and I love using it. I also have repositional glue sticks as well, and that's for when I'm printing on Ledger or something like that. I will use repositional glue stick too. I have that upstairs because that's where my printer is. So I use repositional for printing. I use this for permanency. I still sew with this too. I shouldn't say it. And this is if I'm sewing the project. And I also like to use this on the inside and then use art on the outside for the I use a couple of them at the same time sometimes. So that's my glue stick story, and I'm sticking to it. I love glue stick. Tara, double-sided tape. I have this one. Do you have any?
Yeah, I have some in here, but do I use it? That's like asking me if I went outside and walked today.
Okay. So double-sided tape for me is only in use with other glues. I do not depend on this as the sole glue. This actually I might put on the inside of like pages for covers, but I will preface it with I always use art glitter glue or some other glue on the outside. This is not for me a permanent solution, but it is good to position something quickly. So if you want to position something quickly, you could put a couple of strips like at the corners or like whatever. I don't know, but I only use this in with art glitter glue or something like that. This is just an extra tool. I don't. This is not a permanent choice for me ever. Okay. Fray check. I sent you the link for that. Fray check I use a lot. As you can see, my bottle is about half empty. So Fray check I use on all of my, because I like to tear fabric a lot. So to tie journal shut or whatever, or if I want to do tassels or whatever, and I don't want it to fray, Fray check is great. So Fray check goes onto the ends of fabric and it'll stop it from fraying. I just take a little bit on my finger and I just rub the end of it. It's like a little glue. Yeah, Deb says I love Fray check. Me too. Fray check is great for ribbons, sari silks, seam binding, fabric, you name it. I use it. It is a go-to. As you can see, it's pretty messy right now because I do use this a lot. Tara, I think you're interested in grabbing it, right?
Yeah, it's in my cart.
Yep, I gave her the link to the Zon. I got it off the Zon, and but yeah, Fray check is a staple in my arsenal. What do you? Oh, you want to go over glossy accents?
Yeah.
Okay.
Glossy accents has a dual purpose. You can use it to glue for one, and it takes forever to glue.
It really does.
Patience. Yeah, where's that? Out the door.
Yeah, I probably wouldn't use it for glue.
My favorite part of this is to make things shiny. I like to make things shiny, but like you can put it on something and it'll make it like look like dimensional. But I also have UV resin that I have not busted into that was gifted to me. That one day in the future I'm gonna break into that. So I just have to use up this bottle of glossy accents here, and then we're gonna play in some UV resin soon. But I don't want this to go to waste. You see, I have some in here, and I have to play in this to get this gone. But I have a follower that wants me to show them how to use some glossy accents. Deb's yelling at me. I have to use up this glossy accents because a subscriber asked me, how to use glossy accents properly. And, their wish is my command. I'm like a genie that pops up out of the bottle. You want? I shall give. So, yeah, glossy accents is coming to the Snips Happens near you in the future.
Yeah. So Tara taught me how to use the I will say, and I did these little key tags with numbers, and they came out really cool. I actually really like it.
But one thing I did have to invest in for the glossy accents and for the resin is the drill.
Yeah, actually, that's really cool though.
I have the drill now to drill the holes.
Really, really cool. I will tell you all this though, that if you do because I learned this the hard way, and Tara did it the right way, I did it the wrong way. So let's learn from my mistake. I cut all my circles out ahead of time, and I shouldn't have done that because then they crinkle up and they don't work. But if you're placing it directly on a key tag, it works fine. But if you're going to do it, don't cut your paper up first. Tara does it directly on the paper, right, Tara?
Mm-hmm.
And don't cut it up, because if you do, it crinkles up and it doesn't work. I promise you, it's a bad thing.
The drill, I use the drill to drill little holes and coins to send to Amy.
Yeah.
And the drill is quiet as a church mouse. You can't even hear that you're using it. And it works. It goes through stuff like butter. Oh yeah.
I can't wait to see them.
The drill is amazing. The drill I probably didn't need, but of course you see something, you got to have FOMO with that.
Definitely. I can't wait to see it. E6000. E6000 is a staple in my my shop. And I use this for all metals. And I also have B7000, which is good for like jewelry and all kind. I mean, actually, I shouldn't say just jewelry, because this sticks to pretty much everything. It says jewelry, leather, metal, stone, glass, plastic, fabric. I mean, it's kind of like a go-to for me. But I got this on a clearance, so I grabbed this. But I usually use E6000 for metal only, for the most part for me. Tara, I don't know. Do you use it?
No.
Okay.
My husband has that, or he gives me JB Weld if I have to do something like that.
Okay.
Deb, I will get you the link after the lives. I have to tag up with you. We have to have an important conversation.
Oh yeah. Yep. I forgot about that. Matte medium. So matte medium is something that I use to, so for example, I make my tag, my labels. And so I'll cover these up with matte medium, and I will back them with like an old music page or whatever else. But what it does is it actually makes it firm. So, and matte medium, I guess, is used for various other things. But I actually love a couple of coats of matte medium on my labels, and it gives it like this harder kind of surface. And I can show you an example of one. I had them out yesterday, right, Sarah?
I do believe so.
Me too.
Unless you lost them because you lose everything.
Yeah, like it's always questionable. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
It's always questionable, because I try to clean up, and then when I clean up, I can't remember where I put it. You know what I mean?
No, yeah. I get you.
Yeah. But I actually really have a good time making using matte medium to give paper like some. It almost feels like cardboard after you're done with a couple coats of it, and it's actually a really great tool to use. And I then will back it up with like oh, here they are. Hello. I actually put something back.
No way.
Yeah, I know, it's a miracle, isn't it? So here's an example of when I put old vintage book page behind it. This was made out of just regular old 24-pound cups, and it's like cardboard now. So that's what I do. I use matte medium on this to stabilize it, and that's what I do with most of my labels. And then I'll back it with cheesecloth or whatever else. And sometimes I put these on dangles or whatever, but that's what I use matte medium for a lot, to make labels. And I really, really like that process. I actually have fun. I mass make them actually usually. And I have a whole bin of them right here. So, yep, that's that. Terry, you want to talk about your magnets?
Yeah. Magnets. Magnets. These are a newfound love for me. I don't know why, because I used to play with them on my grandma's fridge, and she used to get mad at me. Don't move them special magnets over there.
Did she have them in like a certain order?
Yes.
Yeah, my grandma too.
And I would go in and I'd move them special. You moved my special magnets. Now put them back.
Oh, I know, it's a thing. It's weird.
Well, anyways, these magnets here, you can get over at Scrapbooking With Me. And I have this little link that's pinned up there. And I would appreciate it when you go over there and click on those to get them magnets. You hear my voice over there. Don't you get them special magnets? But you get them special magnets. And I have these ones here. And then I have these little bobbers over here that yeah, I use. And I got those ones from, you know, that little orange place, you know, that sucks you in like a rabbit hole.
Oh yeah, the moo.
Yeah, that place.
Oh my gosh, that moo tried to suck me in this morning.
I try to avoid it.
I know, so did I. I clicked it out quick. Like, leave me alone, y'all. Okay. And
Velcro dots.
Velcro dots. We love Velcro dots. That's another way to adhere things to things.
Yes.
So I love Velcro dots. I too, like Tara, use magnets. I have different size magnets, different size Velcro dots, and that's just another way to adhere something that you don't want down permanently. Yep, and we got the clips.
You have this size of them, and you also have, if I have some laying around here, but I don't have one laying around here at the moment. There's little tiny, they're a little bigger than this. These are some of my favorites. And
also these are over at scrapbookingwithme.com as well. These are Timmy. Another way to adhere ephemera to your project without having to glue it down is using these little Timmy clips, which I love and adore. And
you have, there's 2 different tiny attachers over at Scrapbooking With Me. Also, you have the Heidi Swap one. Of course, this is not Heidi Swap. This is the the what's called one. This is the knockoff one that you can get at
I don't know the name of that one. I have the Timmy one.
But yeah, there's one over there. It's called Heidi Swap. It's a white one.
It's cute, actually.
Yeah, and you have the tiny attacher. But this one works just as good as the tiny attacher, and it does the same thing. So yeah.
Why not?
So yes, I like this. This is one of mine in my arsenal, and it also attaches things.
Mine. I use mine a lot. I use mine to attach fabric to tags. I use mine to put little notebooks together. Whatever you name it. I make little scrap note cards, whatever. I use my little stapler for a lot of things to adhere things. And again, not permanent. You can take the staple out, so it's a good option.
Mm-hmm.
Oh, bookbinding tape. I use bookbinding tape to put together my covers with the help me, chipboard, or also old book covers. If you take the spine out and you got to make a new spine, I'll use bookbinding tape. So I actually use this quite a bit. This is always a go-to for me. Okay, what else we got, Tara?
What one of my absolute must-haves. My ruler
you can see from the sky.
My ruler you can see from outer space. And why can I see this from outer space? Ready, Deb? Here we go. This one's for you, Deb. The reason why I can see this from outer space is because normally I have bad eyes because, you know, just because I see from I have bad eyes. But normally I have to pull things in way in like this, and I can't see. And Cookie likes to tell me, you're rolling. Well, with this, I can see you guys, what I'm doing with you guys, and I can see these numbers here. And with this, with the other ruler I was using, I couldn't see it. And I really like this ruler for that reason. I like that it stays where I'm at. It doesn't slide. It, like, either way that I go, it's 12 inches long, and it has inches and centimeters on it. When you lay it down, you can cut alongside of it. It's amazing. One of my favorite rulers. I highly recommend this ruler. If you can't afford this ruler, you know, the one that she has over there works just as fine. You don't have to have the Timmy ruler.
Nope, this one's a little one. It's a 6-inch ruler. It is, you can see it from not as quite as the outer space, but probably the sky. And I think Tara said it comes left-handed.
It is left-handed.
Yep. And I really like this ruler. I've used it ever since I received it from scrapbookingwithme.com. So I love this ruler. It's one of my favorites. One thing I wanted to touch on real quick before we forget is grommets. Grommets.
Oh, I love those. I use them in every color,
Yep.
every which way
Grommets
but loose.
are a good go-to for attaching things, and also putting in tabs. You can put them. You can put them at the top of a tab. Put some ribbon in there. You can put some string in there. Whatever. Grommets are a great way to put things together as well. You don't need glue. You can put grommets in. So grommets are good.
But I'm going to make a goofy comment here. In order to have a grommet, you have to have a grommet setter. So you got to make sure you have something to set those grommets. Just don't go buy grommets and think that they're going to go boop, be there for you, because it ain't going to work like that.
And there's so many different grommet setters or eyelets. They
are called two different things. When you go look someplace, they're called eyelets or called grommets.
Either name is the same, grommets or eyelets.
They're interchangeable. But you got to make sure you have something to set them, because you can't just go buy those and bring them home and say, oh, it's going to work. No, you got to have something to set them.
Yeah. Interestingly enough, some packages say grommets, some say eyelets. They're the same thing.
Because I just don't want you to go buy them and come home and look at them and say, huh, those crazy people told me that they were going to work. They were going to work. And then they just don't.
They're different. There's different setters. There's manual setters where you can actually put this pipe on the top and hammer it down. There's also the what do you call it, Tara?
Crocodile. The big bite. Big bite.
There's also the setter, the one setter that I want so badly, but it's so expensive. But yeah, I mean, there's different ways to do it. You can just hammer it in or whatever.
But the only one I'm going to tell you, do not do, because I made that mistake. Do not go to the local Walmarts. If you have the Walmarts in your area, and buy the one. Hold on. I think somebody's here.
Okay. The big green one. Yeah. So there's the, there's this one right here, but they also have the big, huge one, which I use occasionally. This one actually is great for getting in the middle of things more so. So you have this one, and then there's also a different silent setter, basically. And I don't have that one. That's the one I want. So there's a couple of different styles of setting tools. I also have mini. Let me grab it.
The dog is just gonna bark for a minute because the husband's home.
Oh, he's home?
Yeah.
Oh, that's good. Okay. I also was showing them I have. Ooh, I had to reach high to get that one.
You want the big bite? I sent you the big bite.
I showed it to them. Yeah. And then I have the mini. I have mini eyelets right here, and I don't use these very often. But
is the dog too much?
No, they come with the tool. This piece of metal, and then you take this thing to put it in, and then you hammer it. So this one's not one I use often, so I don't really worry about having a setter for it. But yeah, it comes with these little pipes to set it. So yeah, so that's my little mini grommets, and I'll use them if I have something really tiny that I can't fit a regular grommet in. I'll use that. Oh, I forgot I had this. Look what happens when I pull things down off the shelf. What else, Tara?
You can go into these punches if you want, or go do that if you want. I'm just muted at the moment because the dog is going to bark until he comes in.
Yeah, I figured that. Okay, so this is a fun little tool that I stumbled across watching a crafter one day, and this was last year. And I was like, oh my gosh, I gotta have it. And I couldn't find the name of it anywhere. So I mean, when I tell you, I went on a scavenger hunt. I actually found this on the Zon. I sent it to Tara. What this is it's like a crimper, right? So you can see right here, I use this for vellum. So you can crimp the sides of the vellum to make pockets, and it stays. So it's a staple. What it is a stapleless stapler is basically what this is. And it puts vellum together beautifully. And so then I crimp the sides of my vellum pockets if I'm making a vellum pocket, and it stays together, and then I just glue it down on the sides. And then this way I don't have to glue the vellum at all. And it also gives it a little bit of a fun edge too. And you can like, let's see if I can get it to work on here. Yeah, it did. It worked, but you can't see it because it's too light. It's too dark. Let's do this. But when I found this, I was so excited. And I was thinking, oh my gosh, I used this at my office years ago in my printer and made it stapleless. Okay, so I'll just go down this book page. Same concept, if I would do it right. Okay, so you can see right here how it crimped right there, how it crimped the edge. And it's so minimal and tiny. It's actually a great, and look, it's stuck together. And it's stuck together, you see? Now, I mean, I'd have to pull hard to get it apart. So yeah, I think this is a great tool. I sent this link to Tara too, but I got this off of Amazon, and it's a stapeless stapler. Why is that not? Okay, I must have. Tara's asking if anybody wants this glue list right here. Oh.
I'm still here.
Yeah. Yeah, I showed them an example of how it right here. See this little notch? Mm-hmm. And look, it's stuck.
Oh, that's cool.
Yeah, so you can use it on vellum, and obviously it worked on a book page as well. So
all right.
Denise said yes, please. She would like it.
Okay.
But yeah, so this is a great little handy dandy tool I use for my vellum pockets, and I can't believe how cool it actually is. And it makes it a nice little crimp in the side of the vellum, which I like. I like the look of it. And I use this in my copy machine at work, my office, for years, and never realized, like, oh yeah. So yeah, and I couldn't even find that video of that lady again after that. So I was like all bumped out. All right, that's that.
We have these.
Oh yeah. Okay.
Well, I don't know what happened to my corner rounder. I have that fancy corner rounder, but it's like among the mist in here in my office. You know, my round one that I use all the time?
Oh, yeah.
That collects the confetti. I don't know where it is.
Oh, I have where's it at?
You know what I'm talking about, right?
This?
No, I have that round one that I have, my corner rounder, my circle corner rounder. It's like a dome.
Oh, yeah.
I don't know where that is.
Oh, that's pretty big too.
Yeah, well, I have that, so I don't know where that is, but that's my corner rounder. Then I have these two.
I use my corner chopper for like heavy duty. I can do stacks of paper at a time with this. So that's why I use this once in a while. If I'm doing a bulk paper, I'll just stuff them in here. It has a 1/2 inch or 1/4 inch, and I just put them in there, and it goes through anything. It goes through chipboard even. Got the 3 square ones, need the notch one. Okay, this one. I got this off the Zon. Or this one, because this is my go-to tool. You too, Tara?
Yeah, I have 2 of these actually.
So I use mine to notch pockets with this, but it is for making envelopes.
And it makes tabs.
Yep. Do you want to show them example?
What for a tab?
Yeah.
Hold on, let me grab something I can do it with. Hold on.
Okay. Tanya, yeah, this one we got off scrapbookingwithme.com, and I don't know what the cost will be for you, but you can also get it off the Zon if it's cheaper.
So to make a tab, you just I'll just do it like this. You just go like this. You decide where you want it on the thing, and you go boop.
Yep. It's a beautiful tool.
And then you just go like this.
Yeah, you can also make file folders.
There's your tab.
Yep.
And well, you don't like that pointy piece. Well, there's your tab.
Yeah, and you can also take a card stock and make a file folder.
Yep. And then if you didn't want this piece and you wanted this like this, right? And you wanted it to match, so you just come over here and you just go like this. Wait a minute, I want it to be right.
Yep. I use them a lot for tabs on pockets too.
And you go like this.
Yep. Beautiful. Yeah, Tanya, when you look there, it's basically, it makes envelopes is what it's really.
It's called an envelope punch.
Yeah, and it's this one's by Spellbinders.
The first one I got came like this.
Yeah, I have that scoreboard too. That's where I got mine. I got mine like that too from the Zon with the scoreboard. And it's actually really inexpensive.
Yeah. That's why I love that punch, because it does that.
It's a great punch. And then this one I use for labels and whatever else.
This one here does this. I'm going to show you on the book page. It'll do this. Does this. And all that. Does that.
Yep. Beautiful. And then this one's one of my go-tos too, though, because this one makes the beautiful edges, like the little this one.
This is my tag one. I reach for that one all the time. And then this is for my friends that live across the sea that can't get what I have over here. Grab yourself a playing card, right? This is what you do. But I don't have one of those punches and I can't get one of those punches. Okay. This is what you do. There you go, love. You got one of those punches.
Yep. You just trace it. That's it.
And then you just go like this.
Mm-hmm. And then it's uniformed. Easy peasy. That also works great with old gift cards too.
Problem solved. I gave you solutions.
If you take an old gift card, you can make a tab. You can make a tab like a tag. That works too.
I'm just trying to help my friends over there that can't.
I will say though, this is my favorite. I love the notch.
And then, in order to make a journal, these are my go-to. You have that's it. And like, if you want to make a big journal and you don't have the big piece, take one of these and make yours the big piece.
Yeah, that's it.
And then, in order for me to make a journal, I have to have must-haves. I have to have me a big-eyed needle, because if I don't have a big-eyed needle, you can't sew it in. Same. This little I used to have needles that floated around all over my universe until I had Deb that was nice enough to bless me with this little tin, so now I can store them everywhere. There's a magnet in the bottom. So when I pull
mine doesn't have, and I really would love to have that, because I can put my glue pin on this so I don't lose it.
So when I take out my needle that I'm using and I'm going from signature to signature, I can put my pin there and I don't lose it.
It bums me out. Mine doesn't do that.
Which I absolutely love. And I had no idea that these even existed until Deb sent it to my house. And then I used to use embroidery thread until I still use it. But right now my current fixation is this.
Yeah, see, mine doesn't stick to mine.
And this is waxed thread. This did come from Scrapbooking With Me. It came in the virtual retreat box, and there is controversy over you have to, measure your signature 3 times the length of your journal in order to do that. Well, you know what? Send the journal police for me, because I don't measure. Send them. I don't care. Send them. Because I just put my needle on here on the end of this, and I just take it and I sew it into my signature. When I'm done, I measure out what I need. I tie my knot and I cut it off.
A lot of people do that. Actually, they leave it attached.
So, but there's people out there that say you got to do that. Got to send them. I don't care.
I know,
Send 'em.
Zal Pal. I'm trying not to lose my pins. I lose so many.
And then when when I go and I make journals like this here, and I'm opening them up and I'm working on them, and my pages are like this.
Deb,
I have to have these.
Deb, that's a great idea. I'm going to do it right this second. Oh,
I have to have these well, I call them fancy things, but I have to have these to hold my pages down. And this little black weight I had for the longest time, and it was a gift because the person that sent it to me thought that I was struggling to hold my pages down because I would randomly find things like this and stick it on my page and do this and try to hold my pages because, that was just me. So then I would
struggle.
Yeah, I was having a struggle. The struggle was real. So I would have this to hold my pages down. And this came from the Zon. Well, Ms. E had this fancy little gem over there at her shop. And I was like, well, being as I promote this, I might as well get one of these and promote one of these too. So you can get this. You can't really see it on your page unless you're up close. But it's a clear butterfly weight that you can put on your pages to hold your pages in place. It's not really showing very well on this book because this book is mammoth, might I say.
It's weird.
But yeah, it holds the stuff in place. A journal weight is one of my go-to grabs. I have to have a journal weight in my arm's length. But other than that, these are all the tools that are on my desk that I reach for on a constant basis. Oh, and you can't forget my cutter bee scissors. I grab for them all the time.
Cutter bees.
Either my cutter bees or my I like my Cricut scissors.
I love these scissors.
But other than that,
I like the spring loaded for cutting a lot.
Other than that, those are my tools that are on my desk at all times.
Cut big pieces of like chipboard, and these are big. I love these.
Oh, and my media mat. I like my media mat.
I love my media mat. My media mat is really important to me.
Oh, and we can't forget the other most important two things that I must have on my desk is my desk desk. Your desk is important. My filming arm and my plug for my phone in order to come here and talk to all of you.
Oh, yeah.
Because without those two items, I couldn't be here.
One of the other things I wanted to just throw out as a staple for me is this Scotch clear. It's kind of like a washi almost. And I use this actually to put pages together because it does go down clear, and it's by Scotch, and it's very sturdy and it doesn't rip. So I really, really love this, and I have a bunch of rolls of it. And so I use this a lot, and also to reinforce envelopes for folding. Anything that I'm flipping, I add a piece of this. So just something food for thought. Oh, and I'm
an inker. So, and of course, I have to have
Tara, show us how.
I have to have ink. I have to have a blending tool, and I love these little finger blending tools because they're fun and they make it go really, really quick. So yeah, I'm an inker. I'm a grunge inker. Actually, I don't normally use color but right now I'm using color because I'm doing a red, white, and blue, but normally it's the dark grungy colors. And I like boo-boo tape.
Oh, you bought medical? Yeah, medical tape works great actually too.
But other than that, yes, I'm good.
I mean, we just wanted to share like a lot of the glues and our go-tos with you all today, and just in case anybody had any questions about anything, and anybody else had any suggestions or add anything additional to add. We just thought it would be a good thing to start today with. You got the cutter bee scissors? Yes, I have 2 pairs of them now because Missy sent me one.
I have 2 pairs too.
They cut beautifully. One's going to be for me for travel, and one's going to stay here in my craft room. I had a magnet that had a paper on the back, so I stuck it to my bottle.
It's called cello tape. That's the real name, not boo boo tape. Cello tape.
It's cello tape, but Margaret calls it boo boo tape.
I like Margaret's name better, but
yeah.
But the real name is cello.
It's boo boo tape. I got alcohol inks.
I got those. I got those too. They're over here buried in the bucket.
I'm excited about that.
I like boo boo tape too.
Yeah, I like boo boo tape. I like the name of boo boo tape.
Because it fixes a boo boo.
It is. It does. Nothing wrong with boo boo tape.
No.
Right? Nothing wrong with a good boo boo. Anything else, Tara?
No, I think I'm good. I got to clean up this mess so that we can come back for the next one in 15 minutes.
We'll be back, y'all, in like 15 minutes. And thanks for hanging out with us. And if you have any questions, please let us know. We're happy to help. And we're going to, oh, yeah. A cutter. Yeah. So my cutter I can't live without is is this one, my Creative Memories. I got it last year. And I will tell you what, best purchase I ever made. Blades are interchangeable. Pull it out. Blades store underneath. And it has all different kinds. It has colonial, stamping, decal, whatever you name it, doesn't matter. And they store. I pull it out. Pop it back in like this. Done.
My cutter I can't live without is buried at the moment, but her name is Sally.
Oh, awesome, Denise. Sally, yes. Oh, that's right. You name yours.
Yes, mine's is Sally.
Oh, and I also cannot live without my little Fiskars. Let's be honest. This thing has been with me forever, years and years and years. And I love this little tiny. I
have that same one.
Oh, I love this one.
And I'm petrified of it.
Oh, don't be scared of it. It's the best thing that lives. I have had this thing for years. I can't even get this off. I don't even know what it is. And I love this thing. I take this thing everywhere with me. So, yeah.
We got to let Tara prep for the next stream.
Oh, Tara, we got this, Tara. All right. I'll talk to y'all soon.
I'm talking about Zal. That's what Zal said.
Yeah, I know. Don't worry, Zal, pal. Tara's got her life under control. All right. I'll see you soon.
All righty. I'll be back with you.
Bye, y'all.
Bye.